Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 5 of Arcane. Last episode, we caught up with the gang in present day after a time skip after the events of episode 3. And Silco has kind of got his lockdown on the underground now with Vander out of the picture. Things are vastly different down there. He's got his little shimmer operation going out, though tensions are rising between the Undercity even more than they already were, as he's still trying to maintain some kind of peace and balance with the top side. But he's got his own operation going out with these shipments of shimmer that he's trying to get out into the other reaches of the world. But because of Jace's advances with Hextech and these Hextech gates they put in place to advance shipping lanes, basically they can just shoot airships to wherever they need to go with this Hextech gates. And it's caused Piltover's advances to just exponentially expand the gap that was already there between Piltover and the Undercity. He's trying to smuggle his stuff onto these ships to get them out, and there seems to be a rival gang that is also trying to sabotage these. We see a bit of a fight break out between them and Silco's men, and that's when we get our first look at Powder, now Jinx, taking the stage and unloading with her signature traps, grenades, and her Gatling gun. A lot of fun, great sequences. And still, though, it doesn't go according to plan because one of the people, she unmasks one of the members of this gang and they had pink hair, and it triggers her memories, obviously, of Vi, and her trauma resurfaces, and it causes her to kind of botch the whole operation. So after that kind of falling back on everybody down in the Undercity, she goes out again on her own to try to prove herself because she kind of took the blame for that. And Silco even tried to bench her for a little while just to give her some rest, whether she wanted it or not. Similarly to what we've seen in the first act, she just doesn't want to be seen as weak. She wants to prove her worth, and she goes up topside and creates a whole havoc as she interferes and baits a bunch of enforcers into a location and detonates an explosion, killing a bunch of them. Caitlyn happened to be there, who is now an enforcer, trying to again carve her path away from her family name to create a name for herself, to define something for her own that isn't just given to her by her birthright. She just wants to stand out and out from under her family's shadows, and this puts her on Jinx's track, as she seems to be the only person on the force that is trying to stave out this corruption, actually take down the syndicate, because Marcus obviously is still kind of in league with Silco in a certain manner, despite of what happened in the last bit. And that results in her being injured and then removed from the force for her actions after Jinx manages to use that explosion as a distraction to get her hands on Jace's stabilized Hextech stones. So now the Undercity has their hands on one of these gems thanks to Jinx, and we'll see how that escalates further. Jace has been put onto the council after this sabotage and this attack and this theft of their Hextech technology. Obviously, this is dangerous technology, and they take that seriously that this is now in the hands of the Undercity, and they put Jace on the council as a security advisor to try to track down that as for Hextech safety or security or something. So that's where we left off with him. He tries to recruit Caitlyn, but again, she doesn't want to take anybody's hand-me-downs, and she's adamant, whether she's on the force or not, to track down and solve this case for herself, which takes her to the prison where a couple people were locked up, namely one of the people they found that was left over from the heist between that rival gang and Jinx and them. And she tries to question him, but when she gets there, he's indisposed of thanks to somebody else who's an inmate here, and that's where we catch up with Vi, and the episode ends with Caitlyn and Vi coming face to face, and I'm excited to see where this kicks off, guys. With that all down and out of the way, before we get into this, I want to remind everybody, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, because I do have to trim things down to 10 minutes for it to be public on YouTube, you can check out the full-length reaction over on Patreon, or become a member here on the channel. Gets you access to those as well. It's just one of the ways you can support the channel. Another way is simply by liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing the videos, showing YouTube that engagement, because it just tells them to, hey, people like this video, we'll share it out. And if you're new and this is your first time tuning in, I hope you subscribe. I hope you stick around, because we're going to be continuing this to the end. But guys, that's it for now. Let's go ahead and dive into this episode. Here we go. This one is called Everybody Wants to Be My Enemy. Oh, here's the charge shot, man. Ooh, engraved bullets, nice. Oh, aw, I'm sad now. I liked her a lot too. It's sad to think she's dead.
Did my parents pay you to let me win?
I just thought you deserved it.
Hmm.
I'm an enforcer. For me, knowing how to handle this weapon means being able to protect people. To be of service to the city. Begs the question, young Chairman. What are you shooting for?
Where did you get this?
My question first. You work for Silco?
They all do. How can anyone not know that? Where did you find this?
There was an attack. This is evidence. I need proof if I'm to believe what you're saying about Silco.
Man, I want to know who that guy in the mask is. Like, I have a guess, but I don't know if I'm anywhere close to being right, but...
Who was this, Daddy?
Aw.
A good woman.
You said you could control her. I lost 6 officers.
We've accomplished a lot together, Marcus. Sheriff. And there is more yet to achieve.
He never wanted Grayson dead, though.
This is a poor use of our time. I'm a counselor now, Victor. It's my responsibility to make sure the Hex kids are safe and protected. What about our pledge to improve lives?
Jace is getting distracted with the security, so they're not able to make their advances to help everybody.
All due respect, Counselor. Today's your first day.
Second.
Right.
This corruption runs deep, Sheriff. I intend to root it
Oh.
out.
Shit. He's gonna put himself right in some crosshairs now. Oh, fuck. See, I don't really know much about Victor and his backstory other than, you know, obviously what he ends up being, like, playable wise.
Victor,
What the fuck?
I need to get to the lab.
Those things are not looking good, man.
Boring. They form some kind of mathy, magic-y gateway to the realm of heebie-jeebies.
Heebie-jeebies.
So, here goes.
She's trying to make her own. Ooh, no.
No, it was a mistake. It was a mistake.
I heard the bathysphere has a nice view.
Too risky.
No, I've never been a huge fan of playing as Vi, but goddamn, the characterization in this is so good. And it's so fitting for her, like, her moveset and everything. Man, Vi, what are you doing? You're supposed to peel for Caitlyn.
Welcome to the lanes. Don't you want to blend in?
Oh, that looks neat.
Mages aren't bound to single functions. It said the arcane speaks through them.
Are you sure this is safe? Of course not.
Yummy. Is that what Tom Kench is?
I tightened our security.
And in so doing, put a target on your back. You've just made yourself everyone's
Great.
common enemy, Jace.
What's the matter, Milo? Worried Powder's gonna beat you again?
Poor bird. Damn. Her style's so more chaotic though. I love it. Such a vibe. Ugh. That was beautiful. Second place. It was a good transition.
I hope you'll understand. Jace had to make a show of safety. Councillor Tallis is willing to reinstate former trade privileges to those who share his vision.
Oh, he's not gonna be dirty.
You know, Councillor Madara's right. The Hex Gates are only the
Or
beginning.
is he gonna play along?
In fact, we're currently looking for new partners in our Hextech research. And as a supporter of House Tallis, you'd be the first in line to any of our advancements.
That's not necessarily dirty, at least, but he's like giving. It's like a give and take. It's got me fucking nervous, though.
The one place all the secrets are spilled.
It's just yeah.
How exactly do you propose we go about this?
Oh my
Let him think you work here.
god.
Excuse me?
You know what your problem is?
Please, tell me.
You expect everyone to give you what you want. If you really want people to talk to you, you have to let them think you have what they want.
And what do I have?
You're hot, cupcake. So what'll it be, man or woman?
Hi, I'm Pam.
You can call her whatever you want.
Matilda. My parents named me Matilda after my great-grandmother.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Would you believe it?
Oh, he kept that one.
This has gone too far.
Imagining yourself a hero. One final act to make you the martyr you've always seen yourself as.
That's just in his head. That didn't happen.
Then what are you waiting for?
He tried to take the easy way, the shortcut, and now he's trapped. He had a good heart once-ish.
The Medardas usually only take from the world. We're not often in the position to give anything back.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Go Jace.
Are you headed home soon? I thought we could walk together.
I'm
Oh.
going to sleep here tonight.
You know, there's always tomorrow, right?
Good night, Miss Yang.
Jace. Oh my gosh.
That day, I let a weak man die, and another was reborn. You need to let Powder die, so the fear of pain will no longer control you.
This is like a baptism. Is he gonna hold her down? Are you fucking serious? Oh. Jace is there with him.
Jace? Victor. The doctors.
How much time do I have?
Oh, eat shit.
Vi? You filthy traitor.
Ooh, what the? What's she hiding under there? Ooh. Jeez. Caitlyn? Somebody? She's just gonna get finessed is all it is. Oh gosh. God damn.
Where's my sister? Where's he keeping her?
Keeping her? She works for him. She's like his daughter.
You're an all right shot.
I'm an excellent shot.
You gonna help me out, Cupcake?
Stop calling me that. My name is Caitlyn.
But you're so sweet. Like a cupcake.
Oh, that gate looks a little more correct. She did it.
The sister. She's back.
From the dead.
That cold close. Fuck. Dude, that was such a good episode. Vi and Caitlyn's dynamic is going to be a lot of fun to watch. They're adding some layers to Marcus, man. A little bit, at least. Not much. I mean, there's not much to say or add on to, like, his, they're adding some depth to, like, his choices. Like, he had a lot of ambition. He ultimately wants peace and respect and all that stuff. He tried to take some shortcuts, but he legitimately looked up to Grayson and all of that, and now he's just trying to keep the peace and all that at this point. Like, he's not really trying to push things. He's just trapped in this because of his ambition. Man, the stuff with Jace on the top side, it just feels so Game of Thrones a little bit. Like, he's being set up as this, almost kind of like this martyr to shut down all of these operations, this corruption within Piltover, as well as uncover Marcus and the corruption in the police, their ties to Silco and all this stuff, the illegal shipments that are being put on and smuggled into their shipping lanes. But at the same time, he's learning to play the game thanks to Mel's help and, you know, getting people on his side by promising them advancements, first access to some of their breakthroughs and all that jazz. Definitely shit Heimerdinger probably would not like to know about, would not be happy about. And then on top of that, he got to get some of that Mel, man. Jeez. We know Jace doesn't mind going to town. Man, smooth. The Victor stuff just continues to break my heart, though, because he just wants progress. And, like, I guess we're learning. And I'm assuming at this point he knows that he is dying or he doesn't have long. And that's why he's so adamant about changing things now, because he's running out of time and he wants to know his contributions help people. That it's not just going to get filtered off and pushed to the wayside. And there's other like assistant in there in the lab who's just like wants to hang out with them and all that stuff, and he's just so pushing himself into this research. He's trying to leave something behind. Like, unlike Jace, he doesn't really have a family name. He doesn't have anything, so his work is everything. So Jace was his gateway into that, like getting that access and getting something out of this before he goes. And their friendship is just right there. Like, Jace left Mel behind because Buddy was in trouble. Respect. That is a bro. Being by his bedside, man. And he just has these weird visions that his blood got taken into that Rubik's Cube of fucking like hex and runes and stuff like that he's been tinkering with, trying to access it. Because like he was saying, like the runes themselves, while they might have a specific meaning, that meaning can change depending on the intent of the user, which, you know, ties into a lot of your usual magic systems. A lot of intent is a huge part of how your magic works. So he's trying to figure that out. But in this instance, it seemed to absorb some of his blood, and I don't know what that's going to do. Because he had that weird kind of vision earlier in the episode, and then here it started to spiral into, while he was passing out, showing us interdimensional cosmic glimpses of his blood melting with this magic, while the magic itself was turning into Jace getting it on with Mel. Don't know where that's all going. And then Silco tries to baptize Jinx in the same way that Vander baptized him and killed him of his former personality. He's trying to eliminate all remnants of Powder and Powder's weaknesses from Jinx so that she doesn't have any of that pain holding her back. And it seems like that might have paid off, because we saw the shoddy work she did on that Hex gate, or Hex, whatever you call it, that we saw Jason Victor working with. She wasn't able to really replicate it all that well, and all it did was just trigger her previous memories. But post-baptism, she had perfectly replicated it, and it functions now. And we saw that, how she still just gets flashes every now and then of everything, even when she was back at their old arcade grounds, trying to one-up Vi's score, coming just short of Vi's top score. That was a fun little scene, but trying to finally move past that. Vi and Caitlyn moving around, getting things working was a lot of fun. Love that dynamic, especially like Caitlyn's first time down in the Undercity, as Vi's trying to show her the ropes, like playing the cool game. And then they go to the pleasure house for some advice and get some playfulness there, and ends up getting Caitlyn to try to play along. And she ends up chatting up some lady down there. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. But I don't know, man. And then that fight between, I don't even know her name. Does she have a name? I'm just looking at the cast list. Is it Savika? Savika? Is that the woman that Vi was fighting with at the end? I don't remember her name. I'm just looking at the cast list and I'm trying to figure out who it is. And I think it might be Savika. If we're looking at it in order of appearance. That fight was brutal. And I was like, I don't know, after a little while with that Shimmer integration, where they've kind of made this technology to integrate it into your body, since she lost her arm, and she got that mechanical replacement that also pumps her full of this Shimmer whenever she needs a shot of it. And I didn't think Vi was going to make it out of there for a hot minute. There was a second I was like, gosh, somebody's going to have to help her. Eventually got to that part whenever Savika revealed that Powder just willingly works for Silco, and it caused Vi's guard to drop and got her stabbed. Now she's in Caitlyn's hands. Yeah, great episode. And now word has made its way to Silco that Vi is back on the scene, so Shit's gonna get real. It's just gonna get real fast. But guys, what do you think of this episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. You can join our Discord. We can talk about it there. The full-length reactions over on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of, before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yuri Korskov, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, and Jeffrey Hale. Thank you guys so much for your support. And everybody else who's been tuning in and supporting the channel along this journey. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care, everybody.